when the camera is this close, it feels so weird, especially that now I have like the whole pregnancy face. It feels even more weird. What's up, Mish Mafia? It's your girl C, and today I am back with another video. As you guys can tell, it is just me today. No baby Z and no husband, no Sheek. Sheek is actually helping my aunt right now move, and baby Z is of course with her grandma. It's the weekend, so she's over there with my mom. So basically, as you guys can tell by the title, I'm gonna be showing you guys how to put on strip lashes. This method may not work for everybody, but I'm gonna show you guys how I put on mine. And I'm also gonna be talking about postpartum depression. And I'm only talking about it because I went through it with baby Z. This is definitely a topic that is important. I think it's important for women, period. Postpartum depression is not a joke. So yeah, I'm gonna be showing you guys how I put on my strip lashes, and I'm also gonna be talking about postpartum depression. Please subscribe to our channel. We will really appreciate it. Don't forget to give this a big thumbs up. We would also really appreciate that. And yeah, if you want to see me put on my strip lashes and basically hear me talk about postpartum depression, keep on watching. So basically, what you need to, of course, do your lashes, you need your lashes. I have my lashes right here, the Jasmine brown lashes. I'll leave them in the description below. I have so many of them now, and I think, you know what, I probably don't even know which one of these. I'll leave them in the description below, the name of these. I have my tweezers. I have my glue. I've tried many different glues, but so far, literally, this has been the best one that I have used. And I also have my mascara. That's pretty much really all that you need. So yeah, let's do this. I also have a mirror right here in front of me, so if I'm looking down, it's because I'm looking at the mirror. I already applied a little bit of mascara on my top lashes. I usually apply the mascara to the bottom lashes after I put on my strips. So I'm gonna apply a little bit more. It's better to put on mascara before you just go straight into putting on the strip lashes. To me, I feel like number one, it holds better. It blends in with the strip lashes. I know that I always put on mascara before I put on my strip lashes all the time. It's really hard in the beginning. It's hard in the beginning because you're like, what in the world? Right now I'm just removing the glue that was already on here, and these are probably my fave. Now that that's off, I'm gonna take my glue. Remember which one you put the glue on first. That's the one that I usually grab first, so and while they dry, don't let them sit for too long. Grab it from the corner. I blow on it just a little bit. Just a little bit, nothing crazy. Not too tight either. Try to relax your fingers as much as you can. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do, excuse my dirty filthy mirror, I'm gonna start putting it from this corner to that corner. So I'm gonna grab it like this. I put that corner first down. I put it down first, and then I drop it, right? Then I take my tweezer. I make sure that this corner is placed down, and then I make sure I grab the end and I make sure that corner is placed down. Once they feel like it's placed down, my thumb and my middle finger, and I push it back the whole, not too hard, guys. You push it down to make sure that the strip is actually on your eye. If you want to use this, you can. If you want to use your tweezer, you can. Just push it back. And boom. That's pretty much it. Now I'm gonna take the other one because, like I said, you don't want it to sit for you don't want it to sit for too long. What did I just do? So you're gonna do the same thing. Put it on the corner. Start with the corner. Bring it down. Grab your tweezer and then place it down. This one feels like giving me a hard time today, but whatever. Then of course you have to make sure that the middle is also placed on the skin as well, on top of your lashes. I usually, to put them together, grab my tweezer and do that. If you get a little bit of glue here, it's okay. With practice, you will not get glue there. For some reason I got glue there. But whatever. This one is acting up. I've already used these lashes probably I want to say 15 times. These are pretty good. So they're placed, guys. So now what I do, I take these fingers, my middle finger and my thumb, and I make sure that they're placed on. I just push them down a little bit, just to make sure that they're on the skin. And then I go like that, and nothing's flapping nowhere. That's pretty much it. What I usually do, if I feel like there's a space or anything, if I see anything, I usually use eyeliner or the mascara, and I just brush it up from right where I see that space. That's really pretty much it. I'm telling you, practice makes perfect. Just keep doing it, and I promise you, it's usually, sometimes it takes me seconds, literally boop 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 boop, and then other days it takes me minutes. And not every day it's gonna come out perfect. I promise you, it's really not. Today was a little challenge, but that's usually how I apply my lashes. Like I said, some days it takes me seconds, and then other days it could take me 10 minutes, because I gotta probably do it again, take it off, do it again, or wipe the glue in. It's a headache sometimes, but like I said, practice makes perfect. It really does. I'm gonna leave the definition of postpartum depression right here. I'm basically gonna explain to you guys my postpartum depression, what I went through. I feel like every woman goes through it differently. It's just like grief. Everybody grieves differently. I feel like with postpartum, every woman goes through their own. Mine could be from being insecure. Hers, another woman's could be from, I don't know, it could be from anything. When it boils down to it, honestly, just period, postpartum depression is really no joke. So I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about my postpartum depression and what I went through, how I knew it was postpartum depression, because I wasn't aware of postpartum depression. I really wasn't at all. I just really thought I was going crazy. I thought that the things that I was thinking in my mind, I just automatically assumed yo, I'm really bugging, I'm crazy, something's really wrong with me. I just diagnosed myself as basically psychotic, honestly. Before I had baby Z, I had just got really serious about my modeling. I really wanted to model. I was doing videos. Right when I was just taking modeling serious and doing videos and doing all of that serious, boom, I had found that I was pregnant. Jumping straight into the depression part, when I found that I was pregnant, and I mean, we did the abortion video. That was the first thing that I really thought, to be honest with you guys. I was just baby, no, I'm about to really start this modeling thing, and it was very selfish of me, but I just, again, I can speak about it now, and just, I feel free speaking about it now, because obviously I didn't go through with the abortion, and I can tell you guys, I felt selfish. I was only thinking about myself, and I really was. I was just thinking about me and what I wanted to do with my life and my career, and I just felt I was just starting, I could not have a kid. So that was the first thing I thought was abortion. Okay, granted, you guys heard the story. If you haven't watched that video, go watch that video. I basically explained everything, from me sitting on the abortion bed to basically me running out of there, not having the abortion. So whatever, the months passed or whatever, and as it got closer to my due date, because I was happy during my pregnancy. Granted, some days I would be down, I would be sad, I would, but it wasn't nothing crazy, nothing that I couldn't handle. Okay, so then getting closer to my due date, I was just oh my God, this is really happening. Getting closer to my due date, I want to say 2 days before. I'm not, because I don't really have the dates clear in my hair right now. I lost a friend to suicide. He committed suicide, and that literally brought broke my heart. Like, it broke me into so many pieces. Oh my goodness, like my mind, everything. Like, I went crazy for a little while. I really did. And I think that's what really started my labor, to be honest. My stress. I was really stressed. I was sad. I was crying. Like, I was having dreams. I couldn't sleep. It was just crazy. Just put me in a very, very dark place. So that started. Okay, I gave birth probably like 2 days later. When baby Z first had came out, I wasn't able to hold her because she couldn't breathe. I had caught fever. Like, I guess I was pushing for too long. I don't know like what really happened. But she basically was crying but then stopping, crying and stopping. It's like she couldn't catch her breath. Just rushed her to the NICU. So I had to wait a little bit of time so they could finish up what they was doing, and then I had went to go visit her at the NICU. I seen my baby, and when I seen her, I was excited, but also at the same time, I was just like, what have I done? And that very thought in my head, I was just like, I didn't tell Sheek that. I didn't tell anybody that, honestly, but I was just like, I felt this, like, whoa. That feeling was just mad weird. Mind you, again, I didn't know what postpartum depression was. Okay. So I got baby Z. They telling me, they encouraging me to breastfeed. I'm doing my best to breastfeed. I'm doing what I can, whatever. I was still living at my mom's house. Sheek was living with me at the time as well. Yes, he had just moved in with us. And whatever. 2 days, baby Z was at the hospital. We went home. I started to have these attacks where I couldn't breathe, where I felt like my chest was closing in on me. My back everything just completely like just shut down. Like, I just felt stiff. I felt it just was these crazy attacks. The first time when I went to the hospital, they didn't find what it was. They didn't even find what it was. They didn't even know what it was yet. I think it was like my third time having an attack when I went to the hospital is when they figured out that I had gallstones in my gallbladder. So, mind you, I'm breastfeeding. Now they find gallstones in my gallbladder. So that means I need surgery now. So they can remove my gallbladder. Or remove the gallstones, whatever. So they had to put me on all these types of drugs to take the pain away. And now I basically couldn't breastfeed. So I lost a friend to suicide. When I first seen my baby, that feeling that I felt was crazy. I was so mad at myself, and I never told nobody that. I was having attacks. I needed surgery. They was drugging me, so I couldn't breastfeed. So I had no choice but to put baby Z on formula milk, because I didn't know how long this process was gonna take. And I was so stressed out. So on top of that, okay, so remember everything I just told you. On top of that, finally I go home. Now I'm just in this crazy funk, like, oh my God, I have a kid. I was scared of like the infant's sudden death thing, and I couldn't sleep. I was watching over her bassinet for like 2 days, like literally just staring at her at nighttime. I did not sleep. And then I remember that this one time that I'm feeding baby Z, right? And Sheek was sitting next to me, and my mom was like folding laundry. And next thing you know, like I feel hot, so I'm just like, put the fan this way. I'm telling Sheek, put the fan this way. And he's like, but you're feeding her. And then my mom like jumps in and says something, and I instantly just caught this rush. Like, I just wanted to throw Zara. Like, I just wanted to throw her and just run away. I just started crying, and I just felt like so overwhelmed because I'm hot. I want the fan on me, and they both like came for me. That's how I felt. That's just how I felt personally. And I was just like, oh my God. I went through it for like, I want to say, thank God it wasn't a long time, but I want to say for like maybe 2-3 weeks, that I just didn't want to be around my baby, or I just didn't feel like a mom. I didn't want to hurt her, even though at that moment when my mom and Sheek had said something, I wanted to throw her, but I didn't want to like throw her out the window or something like that. I just wanted to just get her away from me. Basically, it's crazy because there's so many women go through different postpartum depressions, and people look at it like not as a joke, but people don't think it's as serious. Or think about the times when you hear a story where a mom threw her kid out the window, an infant out the window. It may sound crazy, but it's so real. It's so freaking real. Like, I don't wish postpartum depression on no woman. postpartum depression is really real, and it could really ruin your life. It could take over your life. You could kill your child because of your postpartum depression. But now with my depression, I didn't want to, you know, God bless her, I didn't want to kill her, but I didn't want to be around her either. And for some women, postpartum depression lasts longer. Mine didn't last as long. 3 weeks is a long time if you really think about it, but it didn't last months. You know, it just lasted me, though, it lasted about like 3 weeks. And I didn't really express that to my mom. I really didn't express that to Sheek or anybody, but I knew they knew that they was like, I was going through that. But I don't think that they knew that it was that serious, because I wasn't expressing exactly how I felt. So yeah, so it was just like at that moment I just wanted to run away, and I just didn't want to be. I was just so mad that I had a baby. I was just like, oh my God, like, are you like basically like saying in my mind, I'm like, this child ruined my life. Like, now I can't model. It's so crazy, because when I like not snapped out of it, but when I felt okay, when I felt better, when I was over the depression, I was so mad at myself. I was just like, wow, like I didn't know what postpartum depression was, but I actually know exactly what it is now, and it wasn't me. When I did my research, I was reading what other women went through and listening to other women and what they went through and all that crazy stuff. I was like, wow, like I was really there. Or wow, like thank God my situation wasn't as bad as hers. Or some people, when you look at the news, they actually really did kill their kid, and it's like, oh my God, people are just like this crazy chick, or you know, she's psychotic, or she, you know, something's wrong with her, but not really understanding that. Just like a person who commits suicide, they're not themselves. They're not at a place. They're in a very, 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 very dark, low place. Like, it's insane. I've learned not to judge people, because first of all, who am I to judge? And then especially when you go through something, when you go through that, and then you hear other people like talking crazy, and you just like, what? You have no idea. But anyway, that was my postpartum depression, and I say all of that to definitely say this: postpartum depression is real. Like I said, I don't like to speak negative things into my life, but also postpartum depression is a very big deal. And I'm having another baby, and I do feel more blessed. It can happen. It can happen. I could go from being in a very happy place to being in a very low place because of feeling insecure, or not feeling, you know, loved, or not feeling appreciated, or anything can trigger it. Anything can trigger postpartum depression. All my women out there who have been through postpartum depression, I feel you. I felt you. And I pray to God that you are in a much better place. And I pray to God that you never have to experience that again. For my woman who has never been through postpartum depression, I pray to God that you never have to go through that ever in your life. And that if you do, that you are aware of what exactly postpartum depression is, and that you have support. That's another thing that's very important. Even if it's not you going through it, and you have a friend, a sister, anybody that is going through postpartum depression, be there for them. Support them. Let them know that you are there for them. Yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. This was pretty cool. I'll show you guys my belly. So this is my belly. Yes, I have on these same sweatpants from our morning routine. It's just, it's comfortable, man. But I love you guys so much. We love you guys so much. Thank you so much for being on this journey with us. Thank you so much for subscribing to our channel. Thank you so much for just becoming a part of the Mitch Mafia. Don't forget to follow us on all of our social media. Everything will be listed in the description below. We're gonna be the roses that grow from the concrete. Mark my words. Alright guys, love you so much. Peace.
Got me a bad bag and I feel like these niggas is mad or something. Got me a bag and 250 to dash, I'm traveling. We